Go with everybody, man. Yeah, I'm Fried. Coming at you with another Fried Talk video. End of Season 1. Season ended officially on the 30th at about like 4 a.m. Resets at the 1st, literally the next day at 4 a.m. Definitely going to be live in the morning, not at 4 a.m. I'm going to be live later on in the morning at, I'd say, non-degenerate hours. I am employed. I will not be waking up at 4 a.m. for Sparking Zero, I promise you that. But I am going to be going live in the morning. Hope you guys are able to tap in. Definitely going to be doing this ranked reset. Probably going to be maining out Super Vegito. That's kind of who I'm like leaning towards. Favorite fusion right there. I'm really leaning towards doing Super Vegito for the ranked reset, trying to grind up for number 1 for him. What I will say for this season, I did manage to secure number 1 Base Bojack and Full Power Bojack. I'm pretty happy about that. I'll take it. I'll definitely take that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hit top 100. That was really what I was like aiming for. I really wanted to get top 100. Unfortunately, didn't get number 1 Gomah also. I lost that to OPAC, very unfortunately. I couldn't recover back in points. I don't know what it was, but after those Diamond DLC characters dropped, I was at 46k. I dropped to like 30 something, like high 30s, and I could not recover for some reason. I don't know what it was. So good GG's to him, of course. GG's to him. He managed to get that one. We're gonna be back for it next season though, don't you worry. We're gonna be back for it next season though. Don't y'all even worry about it. We're gonna be back next season. But for now though, I'll take the number 1 Base Bojack and Full Power Bojack. I'm gonna be repping out those titles throughout the season. Definitely gonna be seeing those ones on me. I'm happy I did it. I was really considering who I wanted to do. I almost thought about doing like Cooler, shout out my man Hop. But I'm just like, nah, let me bring out my OG favorite villain. We managed to do it with, also this dude was a loser by the way, just if y'all were watching that gameplay in the deck, all he did was try to spam explosive. Look at the decline. Yeah. You're a loser if you see this by the way. But yeah. Lost my train of thought, man, damn. But so the ranked reset, it is happening tomorrow. I'm gonna be grinding it like I said with Super Vegito. Also, I wanted to say too, I'm sorry that I never finished the Pansy series. I completely meant to. I ended up running out of time, and then just a couple of personal things ended up coming up towards the end of the season. So I unfortunately wasn't able to go through and finish that. I am sorry, really, for the people who were waiting for the Z-Rank official video. Season 2, very, very early, we're doing this, I'm not gonna lie. It's not even like an issue of like, if I could have, it was just a matter of time, honestly. Also, that was a crazy super count on the grab, by the way. If y'all just peeped that, shout out my man Nuggets for these games. Shout out my man Nugget Bones. We be going crazy whenever we be matching. That was a crazy super counter. I've been working on that one. But I am gonna be getting the Z rank with Pansy. I am gonna do that. I am still doing that. I'm gonna do it just with like random characters, but Pansy is probably gonna be like the first one. I'm also gonna be using my second account, or like my alt, definitely more this season. What I think I've realized is that like whenever I've tried to do like these like showcase videos for like these lower DP characters, like I drop so heavily in points, and that was a part of the reason why like it was tricky to like get back up there. I'm of course gonna showcase out all of the. I'm sorry if you guys hear like the people outside by the way, but I'll do like to showcase out all of these characters, and I'm always going to be showcasing them out. It does get a little bit tricky sometimes whenever I'm like using like lower DP characters and I'm just fighting like Gogeta Blue, Whis, MUI and shit like that. They just obliterate my health if I'm not careful, and it's very tricky to play against them, especially like the UIs and the Whis, just because of their auto dodge mechanic. There's certain things that like that don't work on them that work on other characters, so it makes it very, very difficult to play against them. So definitely, I dropped points. I'll definitely say with Oob very specifically. I kept matching the same like G Blue and the same Whis player. Yeah, I was donations that day, I'm not gonna lie. GG's to everybody, of course, but it does make it a little bit trickier. So I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna have my second account still. I'm gonna hit Pansy Z rank on there. I think for like the lower DP characters, I'm probably just gonna start like using that one for that. And then for the higher DP ones, like just like the more like regular characters, I'll probably just use the main account for that one, just for the hell of it. I'm not the most worried about points, but I do really want to hit top 100. So I prefer to use like better characters if I can on like my main account, and then just have like the second one just literally not even caring about points, but it's literally just like using whoever. Also going to be on more of a DP grind this season also. Outside of like the road to like Jiren only, I didn't really play DP too much, so I gotta be on my DP grind. I gotta get the DP title on my main anyway. Haven't even done that one yet. Definitely going to be having some different types of videos. At least in terms of like DP, singles, different types of team setups. Also, I am also open on like content in terms of like games if you guys wanted to see anything different. I do play a bit of 2K, I'm starting to get more into it. I do like 2K a lot. I do play a good bit of Dead by Daylight. I've been kind of off of it recently because of 2K being out, and I've really been just getting into like sparking, trying to get top 100. I am very, very open on Dead by Daylight. It's like a horror type of game. 4 survivors, you all are working on generators, and there's 1 killer usually. Very, very fun game. If anybody knows about that game, wants to play it, I'm very, very open. I haven't played it in a minute, but I'm very, very open if anybody's nice. I got a couple of P100s. I'm very nice. I am nice at the game, I'll say. So if anybody ever wants to run it, I'm definitely game for it. I'd be down to like run it on like stream sometime too. Very, very open on like games, content, and stuff like that. I do want to stick through with like sparking. I really do enjoy the game, and this is where I've kind of like started, built up like my fan base. I can't even say fan. Y'all are supportive. That was a wicked word to even say. I'm sorry. I can't. That's a wicked word to even like use right there. To build up like my like following and like my like this like this amazing group of people that I've been able to build up so far. I don't like that word I just used. I don't even like that. So I'm sorry. I don't like that word. I don't like any type of like fanned out words, anything like that. Like y'all, I'm cool with a lot of y'all. Like I've spoken to a lot of you guys. I'm cool with a lot. Like I'm friends with a lot of you guys. So like, I don't want it to seem as if this is all just like. I don't think it does, but like, I'm not really a fan of that. I never want to come off like that. Sorry to kind of leave that little ramble in there. I'm probably just gonna leave that in there. Honestly, I don't feel like re-recording. But I also wanted to give kind of like my thoughts now that the season's officially ended, now that we have like the update and things like that. Now that it's been out for a little bit, we've kind of like played on it, seen how the update plays, and then all of the, I can't even really say any like flaws honestly this season, or like with like this update. I actually think that honestly and truly this patch, if the game would have came out like this originally, like if the game would have dropped feeling like this, I think that we would have retained a very, very large amount of like the player base still. I think we'd still have a very large amount of the player base still within here. If they were able to get out all of this season, if we had updates quicker, that's another thing. If we were able to get these updates quicker within this, I think it really, really would have helped. Like if this would have came out like month 2, I think we could have saved like a good chunk of the player base. Unfortunately, they didn't. Bandai handled this very, very poorly. As much as I love this game too, as much as I really enjoyed this game, Bandai, y'all handled this poorly. Sheesh. Yeah. I cannot say that one enough. As big as I really do enjoy this game and as much as I play it, man, y'all something different, bro. I say it. Y'all are definitely something different. I will never be that person who's just like sucking the devs or nothing like that. This game has its issues, it has its flaws, and it has its cheesy ass people that should have been patched out like month 1. But instead, we had to wait like 6 to 8 months for a lot of that shit, which is exactly what killed the player base. And then it just left all of these toxic ass people. But hey, that's a topic for another time. I don't think that everybody's like that, obviously. I meet a hell of a lot of like dope ass like good players on this. So I don't think that it's everybody, but I do think that it has left a lot of these losers on here that act like this, unfortunately. That was a good wild sense. GG's. That was a really good wild sense. That was good. Damn, I just rewatched it. That was a really good wild sense. But overall, I think that this update feels really, really nice, especially with like the revenge counter catches. It feels really, really good. Everything on this game feels really, really nice right now, I'll say. Very, very like solid in terms of like gameplay wise, how like the mechanics actually feel, how they actually like function. There's no more revenge counter exploit, which is really, really nice. That was a huge thing. The fact that you could literally just like mash the button, just mash revenge counter and then just press square in order to just immediately get like plus frames, that was ridiculous. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I didn't use it. I mean, you kind of had to, honestly, but like, I'm literally just pressing, I'm trying to do the mechanic. I'm trying to catch a revenge counter. If it's going to give me that, oh well. I am glad that it's out the game now, because now you can just catch them. It's so satisfying. I absolutely love catching revenge counters. I wish that Pansy could have. That would have been funny. If I could have gotten some like revenge counter catches on Pansy, that would have been hella funny. Unfortunately, I guess that because of her like DP or whatever, she's not able to, which kind of sucks. It is what it is. That would have been, boy, the montages I would have had to Pansy. Boy, I would have had some crazy shit going from Pansy, I'm not gonna lie. I would have had some crazy shit. When I realized that, man, I was sick. We are going to be taking Super Vegito, like I think I mentioned it earlier. We're going to be taking Super Vegito into ranked. Going to be the main for this season, kind of like how I did Bojack for this one. I'm going to try to do Super Vegito, kind of see how it goes, see how I like him. I really do enjoy his character. I actually ended up, I think, like top 5 on Super Vegito and then top 2 on Vegito Blue. And the only person who I'm actually number 2 on Vegito Blue is actually Speedy. So in my book, I'm number 1, honestly. I'm number one super Vegito Blue. The only person who should have been above me, and I'm gonna see it tomorrow, should have been Speedy. So A, I had that one too. I had that one on there too. Nah, one day. I'm gonna beat Speedy one of these days. I've beaten him before, it's been a minute. Good ass player, man. Played him on an 88 streak before, bro. That was ridiculous. And he left on a 91. He left our series on a 91 streak afterwards. I was so sick. I wanted to take his streak so badly. But one of these days, though, we gonna improve to that point. We gonna improve. I've beaten him before. It's been a bit, and he's crazy. He's crazy at this game. But we gonna get there though. Don't y'all worry. We still loading. We only getting better. Throughout all of these games, that's what I'll say. Throughout all of the games, if I have any like supporters who saw like the first couple of videos, if you see like my gameplay from then to now, it is much more refined. I'll say that. Much more refined now than it was back then. So hey, be on the lookout though. We're gonna be aiming for this top 100 this season. I really want to get it. I think I can. I know I can. I'm going to get it. Not even a matter if I'm going to get it. And we're gonna show out. We're gonna do good. I'm gonna use the characters that I want to use. Not even gonna use whatever is considered meta. I'm gonna use whoever I want to use. That was a crazy super counter, damn. But I'm gonna use whoever I want to use. Whoever y'all want to see. And we gonna go crazy like always. We gonna go crazy. Damn, you kind of whooping my ass. Damn. Oh my god. Pansy. Yo, fight back. Oh my god. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hold on. My bad. I woke up Pansy and her ass whooped. Damn, go supers. Oh my god. Oh, he was boxing. Yep. You see, if I could catch revenge counters, it'd be so much different. Nah, actually, I want to finish this. This game ended very funny. I want y'all to know. Watch this. Hold on. Watch this. Just watch. Hold on. Not this. That's kind of funny, but not that. Watch this. Nah, bro. That should be killing me every single time I see it, bro. That shit was so funny. That shit was so fucking funny. GG's to this dude. Nah, I'm sorry. I played him on my main account like before this. So I remember this stream. I played him on like my main account before this. And I was just like beating him. And I swapped accounts because I wanted to get a couple of games on Pansy, and then I bumped into him again. And I'm like, damn, man. You do not get a break from me tonight. So now, GGC, if you happen to see this, it was just really funny to me. I happened to bump you like the second game on like my other account. That was just funny. I'll probably include in this gameplay. I don't know how much longer I'm going to kind of like commentate over this. Honestly. Definitely, I'm looking forward to the new ranked reset. I don't even think I have that many more topics, honestly, now that I'm like getting to the end of it. Getting to the end of like the games and everything like that. This is definitely going to be like the last game. I might just like leave like this set in just with like background music, just with like the regular music. I'm kind of thinking right now. I'm gonna leave all of this in. I'm just honestly thinking if I have anything like specific I wanted to like include in, but I don't honestly think so. Like, gonna be live tomorrow morning at some point. Gonna be going live for the ranked reset, Super Vegeta more than likely, or I'm gonna be using Piccolo, one or the other. I'm probably gonna use Piccolo actually first, cause I had my boy ask me to. He wanted me to make a little video with Piccolo, so I'm gonna say, you know what? I could do it. The Grillmaster himself, I could do Piccolo. So I might do Piccolo first to Z. Who knows? I might do Piccolo to Z first. Who knows? Still kind of debating everything who I'm gonna like use. I'm leaning much more towards like Super Vegito just for like the transformation and shit like that, but it could be Piccolo just to start. Damn, it's kind of whooping my ass. But I do think that's all I really have here for the Fry Talk. If I do have anything else, I'll probably just like add it a little bit later on. I think this is all that I really have for the Fry Talk. I appreciate you all just for hanging out, listening to me kind of ramble for about 14 minutes now. Been kind of rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed the background gameplays. I'll probably leave in this set. This is actually like a really good set. I'll just leave this in with like background music. Oh, hold on. Yeah, full power charge. Hold on. Yeah, I'm kind of just watching these two now. Damn. Ah, I remember this. I vanished into it. Yup, I remember this now. I was sick when that happened. I was so sick when that happened. Good games to him. I was so sick when I did that. Oh, man. Oof. Good fights. I do bounce back, though. I will say that. We do bounce back. I appreciate you all just for listening to me ramble for now about 15 minutes now. Kind of funny. I'm going to leave the rest of this in, just the rest of the set here. Really good set. GGCU once again. Really good set, so I'll leave the rest of it in here. Hope you guys enjoyed the Fried Talk. I'll catch you guys in the next one.